Hello and welcome to watch this video. In this video I'm going to explain how an HTML page called StepsCanvas.html works. This this page contains a canvas element, and to this canvas element we are going to draw rectangles with methods like fillRect and strokeRect. And then we are going to draw some lines by using methods like begin path, move to, line to, and stroke. My name is Kari Laitinen, and you can find this page at naturalprogramming.com. I have already this page open here. I have opened it locally, and it looks like this, so that it contains a number of steps, ascending step and descending steps. If you want to download this file to yourself, you have to first go to naturalprogramming.com, and then you select this web icon, you enter this page, and then you select these canvas-based pages, and you get this list of files, and you can find the steps canvas quite at the end of this list. And you can right click in Windows and control click on a Mac to download the file to yourself. So I have it already I did already download it and opened it with this editor browser, and then I have also it open in this editor, and we can start to study what is contained in this file. So in this HTML file I have the usual things at the beginning, and then I have the JavaScript part that contains this single method called draw on canvas, and then I have this CSS style definitions section here, and that contains the definitions for centered ID. And in the actual HTML part is quite short here, so that, or the body of the document is quite short, so that it contains only this one div element that has the ID centered, and inside the div element I have this canvas element. And the canvas has this ID canvas for steps, and it has certain width and certain height. So with this centered definition I am able to center the canvas element of the page, and well, the width and height of the div are equal to the width and height of the canvas. But everything now happens in this method called, or function called draw on canvas, and at the beginning we first get the reference to the canvas element, and we use this ID. So this ID is used here, and of course it's also important to know that we have this on load definition here, so that when this page is loaded, then this function is executed. So first we get the reference to the canvas element, and then from the canvas we by using this get context method we are getting this context object, and with that object we can do the drawings. And first thing to do is do the background of the page. So we first set the color to defined color like floral white, and note that we have to set these colors inside double quotation marks when we use them in JavaScript. And then we use this color to fill the entire canvas, so that we specify the upper left corner of the canvas area and we fill the entire width of the canvas and the entire height of the canvas. And then we start here drawing these steps here. So we are now using, or in this program, the fill rect and draw stroke rect methods. They are now used inside a loop. So we have a for loop here that we are using, and so we have a number of variables here which we modify inside the loop, and then we get the steps drawn on the canvas. And the colors here, they are set so that the fill style is gold, stroke style is chocolate color, and light width is 4. So that these colors, the outline colors are this chocolate, and then the inner parts of these steps are then golden. They have the gold color. I have here a camera picture of this page, so I printed it on paper, so maybe it's easier to explain on paper this thing, so that we first set so we start inside this loop, we start drawing the steps from the lowest, so that we first draw the lowest step. So we set the step position x and y coordinates to 60 and 320. So what happens here is that, and then inside the loop we use these step position x and step position y to make the drawings. So it means that the upper left corner of the first, so this is now the upper left corner of the first step is now this point 60 and 320. So this is the upper left corner, so it means that this distance is 60 and this distance here is 320. Then I have this variable step size, which is 40, and that is used as the height parameter when we are drawing the steps. And then what we actually are drawing here, we are drawing these rectangles. We are drawing these rectangles, and we always have to specify the upper left corner for each rectangle, and we have to specify the width for each rectangle, and we have to specify the height of the for each of the rectangles. And it's important to know that the height of each rectangle is the same. So we are always using this step size as the height of the rectangle, and well, the x and y coordinates of the upper left corner, they are contained in these variables. And what is the little bit difficult thing to do is to calculate the width for the rectangles. And so for that I have written here this kind of mathematical formula, that it is the number of steps to make minus the step counter. So at the beginning the step counter is 0, which means that the width of the first rectangle is number of steps to make times step size. And because number of steps to make is 7 and step size is 40, so it is 7 times 40, it's 280, I think. is the width of the first rectangle. And inside this loop, when the step counter grows, so it grows by 1 each time the loop is, after each time the loop has been executed, so it means that the width of each step gets one smaller through each by each execution of this loop. So we use the fill rect method and stroke rect method. So this fills the inner part of the rectangle, and this draws the outline. And this is the x coordinate and y coordinate of the upper left corner, and this is the width, and this is the height. And then after each step has been drawn, we modify the x and y coordinates so that we increase the x coordinate by step size, and we subtract the step size from the y coordinate. So this way it always get drawn to a different location on the page. And so that is the loop to draw the solid ascending steps, and then there's another loop that draws these the descending steps that are drawn by using lines. And again we set the step position x and step position y to different values or new values, so that the first, so this is the beginning, these are the coordinates of the beginning of the first descending step. So this point is then 340 and 80. So those are the coordinates of that. So inside the loop, we first move to this position, and then we specify a line to step position x plus step size, and the y coordinate doesn't change. So we specify in the first execution of this loop, so we specify this is the end point, and it will be 340 plus the step size. So, and the step size is 40, so this will be 380, and the y coordinate doesn't change. So this makes a horizontal, so these two statements or method calls specify a horizontal line, and then we increase the step position x by step size, so that we enter this point, and then we specify the descending or the vertical part of the step. So we first go to the step position x and step position y, and then we increase the step position y by the step size. So that way we can specify a vertical line. And now after this operation, so this operation specifies the vertical line, and after this operation we increase the step position y by step size. And then when we execute the loop several times, so we always make this and 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 this drawing. And you can see that we don't actually, inside the loop we don't draw or stroke anything to the screen, but we just, before we enter the loop, we start a new drawing path, and after all these things have been done, we use one single stroke operation at the end, and this will draw all the lines that are specified in the drawing path. And that makes these descending steps. So this is now this explanation of this page, and if you need to modify something or when you do the exercises, you can do it should be easy to make modification when you modify this initial values of these variables. So we can actually, let's try what happens if I modify this number of steps here. So that, for instance, if I put there 12, no, it doesn't, actually it doesn't work. Let's try 8. One more step there, and if I reload it, it looks like this. So actually it doesn't look so good. So I should also modify these other parameters of the program in order to make the steps look good. So I think this is enough explanation of related to this page. So there are exercises for you to do, and I hope that you do those exercises. So thank you for watching, and we will meet in some other video. So thank you and goodbye.